EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Whoa! And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. Here comes the Browns offense, and Greg, year 2 for Shedeur Sanders after his terrific success at Colorado, trying to do it here with the Browns.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career playing in the NFL. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Gervon Dexter getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot. He's on to play. Split on 40. Coverage. And here's the field. The veteran who played his college ball at the University of Houston. It's Case Keenum.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rest of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
First and 10 now from the 36. They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away. 3rd and 11. Throwing, Keenum. Pass caught left side by Rouse. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Santos's kick is good. And the Bears are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Browns offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
You know, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Fake to Judkins. Now Sanders to throw. This is brought in downfield by Judy. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Cleveland.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
They bring Judy in motion. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Sanders going to throw again. At the left side and complete to Boston. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing again is Sanders. Fought for and caught for the 1st down. 14 yards on the pickup there.
How about that for a highlight? I mean, not only to make the catch, Mike, but to do it in a pressure moment. That's a big-time first down conversion, and he made that one-hander look easy.
He'll get this to Concepcion on the RPO. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He takes off, and he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Sanders on 3rd down. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Judkins. And he is into the end zone. Quinshon Judkins has done it. Touchdown, Cleveland.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point up and good by Schmidt. And the Browns move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Bears offense ready to go on their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together with 1st and 10. Gonna start on the ground here with Manunga. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Manunga gonna get it again. Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To throw, here's Keenum. Thomas catching on the right side. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. That's Tylan Wallace back to return. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Philippe sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Shador, and it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now they'll pitch it out here. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and for the defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
1st down, Cleveland.
On the give, it's Judkins. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down.
first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gas. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Ball
second
spotted at the
and
45. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Shador. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They bring Judy in motion. On 3rd down, Sanders. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Manunga. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7.
27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2nd down and 3 coming up. To throw is Keenum. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Keenum. This pass is caught by Thomas. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he's going to have the Bears 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion. A run once more with Manunga. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Greg Delpin up to make the play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Manunga. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Keenum. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost the yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
We are through 1. It's the Browns with the advantage. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Start of the 2nd. in control of the football. They've got it 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. That one taken in by Bond. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down. Slot man going to move in motion left. Backs to the open man. It's Tillman. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
23 yards on that pass play. It's a Browns 1st down. The RPO, that one is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
Tillman, the man in motion. On the ground, it's Raheem Sanders. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Oh, that one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Jones. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They run straight ahead with Monunga. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Trying to keep the momentum going after the turnover. They have delivered with a quick 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They're on the toss here with Monunga. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. Go to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A give, and here comes Monunga. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, like down here in the tight red zone. You find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. After that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like, you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll send a man in motion left. A play fake. Now Watson to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. from 29. Here's second down and 7.
Second and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Ruben hit the line there for the tackle. Here's a third down and 4.
Brings up third down.
Shotgun snap to Watson. Pushed out to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Watson's pass incomplete. Intended for Mike Burton.
He'll try again here. Second and 10. Now receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. Third and 11 coming up.
Third down.
Now it's Watson. Flushed to his left. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
A gain of 19 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Jack Sanborn on the stop. Second down and 8. Sampson gonna run it out of the gun. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 25, here's second and 8. A run with Sampson. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. They'll bring up third down.
Down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
We're trying to run here with Sampson. Marking right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
Woo! And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Believe it or not, Mike, this is actually the way modern defenses are designing their system. They're trying to force offenses to go the long way. Don't give up explosives, and then try to compete for field goals in the red zone. So not only is this offense able to sustain possession and maintain the ball, but when you come away with touchdowns, it's just backbreaking for these defenses.
Schmidt now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Browns will take a 14-6 lead.
Bears 6.
kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Let's check out their recent possessions field goal last time they had it. Going in search of more points here as they begin with first down. He finds some room across the 25. And he will be taken down. But what a run as he's able to get it across midfield.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Monungai going to get it again on first down. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain. 5.
So, Mike, you know philosophy. I want to be in third down. I want my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Keenum looking to throw. Looking down the field. It falls incomplete.
Pretty clear coming into this game. Had a distinct advantage to a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results.
Offer down. He'll set up to throw. That's to his tight end route. And now where will they mark him? It looks like he's a little bit about the length of the football. So decision time coming up. It's 4th down. They'll go, and it's Monungai. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down. They get 4 on that 4th and inches.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. This drive rolling now. Another 1st and 10. Monungai now on the zone read. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
He was brought down by Alex Wright. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Browns' 11-yard line.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Monungai gonna get it again. Monungai finds his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. Not a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offense is can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Watson. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Watson to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work and a chance to take the lead.
It's just seeing year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball. There's these late round players seen out of nowhere. And this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
The Bears offense and running back Kyle Monungai heading back out for their caller. When you've got a guy that's running like this, you lean on him. And you're that big opening and big help in this first half. Set up the screen out, and it's Thomas.
It's pretty well defense to the wide receiver. Looking to pick your game after the can. Skip, rally, and tackle in space. Keep that to a pretty modest game.
That's to the right side. Incomplete.
The whole that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key is get the ball into the receiver.
That one too far out in front. On the field. This will be a 46-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bears get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after something free, you always have to take on their field goal range, something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Oh, very good field position to start the first pass. One here. Starting field position as they set up for first down. Throw over the middle. And 10. Play action. Watson. Sampson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. They need a for third. Watson. He'll take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into either team away. To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So they have it 2nd and 1. Now Bajent. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Complete left side. That is Thomas. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing Bajent. And this one incomplete. On 3rd down, they cannot connect.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
Too much legs there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting into a and generally good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage. After the loss at 2nd and 13. They'll motion the slot man right. They'll run from the gun, and that's Sampson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. They'll put a receiver in motion right. 3rd and long for Watson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty flag down. A silly penalty may erase the turnover.
Yeah, I think he knows right as he's about to let this ball go, Mike, he's about to take a big shot. And a little bit of an ill-advised throw, but he's going to be bailed out by the roughing call. The officials determined it was unnecessary, and instead of resulting in a turnover, they're going to give him a fresh set of downs.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6.
At the 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Sampson. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
Play action. Watson. And they'll get about half what they need to pick up 5 and sets up.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
A give It's Sampson. Got him quickly. He's only got a couple. Jack Sanborn on the stop.
And what that run wasn't anything really to write home about. What it allows them to do is keep everything at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he's going to have enough for the first down. Good work. Scramble.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns first down.
On the handoff, this is Sanders. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From 31, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Sanders. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
The 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. They're going to bring him down to 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. First down, picked up on the ground.
I like the element of surprise here, Mike. It seemed like everyone was so keyed elsewhere on the play that nobody even gave a thought to him potentially getting the run. Didn't take him long to see he would get that first down.
And good tackle out wide. Will hold them to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Watson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd
down. And 7 yards to go.
Now Watson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
You know, we say this so often in this league, Mike, the greatest strength of some of these guys can also be a little bit of their weakness. And in this case, he's trying to buy more time with his feet. We've seen him do this successfully time and time again. This time it catches up to him, and he takes the sack.
Schmidt's kick
His kick
is good. And the Browns will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
16.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
He'll start at the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9. Brings
From
up
the
2nd
32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Johnson. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Chicago.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
Now, faking the give. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Bagent. We're going to set up the screen, but it's broken up and incomplete. They were right there on that one defensively. And that's going to bring up third down. To throw is Bajan. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Bajan. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. From the 24 now, here's second and 2.
At the 24-yard line.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On the ground, here is Manunga. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Here's Bajan. He finds Scott Miller. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Bears will take the lead here in the third quarter.
So after a drive of that length, I guess you feel like you want to come away with something. But you know, anytime you settle for a field goal, it always feels to me like for the defense, it's a win. So you put a drive like that together, it feels like you've got to punch it in for 6 and don't really give themselves the opportunity.
Safe kick taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over.
Browns offense and running back Dylan Sampson heading back onto the field. They trail by 2. And we'll start this drive with first and 10. On play action, it's Watson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll step up and run this.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Watson. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
To Dylan Sampson. It's a gain of 10. First down, Browns.
Off the bootleg, here's Watson. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Watson. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10.
Yards to go.
Watson to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on fourth down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. This will be returnable from his own 15. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
29-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds Thomas coming across the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
First down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Bait it now. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 22 now, here's second and 6.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell off the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And this one, it's good. A big 3-point as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. The advantage continue to apply when you get the ball. They're able to do that here. They free, extend
it, and it'll be brought beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Fake the handoff. Now Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Cleveland. Here's a handoff to Sanders. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Snap to Johnson. Oh, the ball. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. Unfortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
From the gun, here on 3rd down, Watson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The punt team out there for the 2nd time, and that kicks away. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run here with Johnson. And he's going to have a Bears first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Bears first down. First First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give, and here's Johnson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 4. On the zone read, here's Johnson. And he'll get past the marker. He's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run. It's Savon Ahmed. And he'll get about 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Gain of 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On first down, right back to Johnson. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Bajent. This one into the hands of Thomas. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third down, they need 5. Back to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 60-yard line.
And what a clutch throw here on third down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points. But at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. And if you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
This will be second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Run once more with Manunga. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third and 2.
Throwing Bajent. Pass to the right side. It is caught by Rouse. To the pylon. He's pinned. Sam Rouse. Touchdown Bears. On is Santos for the PAT. His kick is good, and the Bears will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Browns 17. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming the point where You don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, and as an offense, you're in trouble.
They'll start on the ground with Sampson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
Gain of 17 yards.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Sampson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of a yard.
Back to throw is Watson. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
And he will go down under the pressure. They got him. That puts a serious dent into any chances of mounting a comeback. They'll turn it over on down.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener, and look to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. On the give, it's Johnson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now they'll pitch it out here. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 9-yard line.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. The Browns say they have it, and they do.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Watson now on first down. Nowhere to go with that one. Let's get it to the sideline and live to see 2nd down.
Tyreek Stevenson on the coverage.
Throwing is Watson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
So comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible, up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a toss left side for Johnson. And he's in! Roshan Johnson, touchdown Chicago. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bears are able to extend the lead.
Makes the score Bears 36, Browns 17. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now Watson. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. And before the snap, clock is ticking down, and we reach the 2-minute warning. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Watson now on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They snap it to Watson. That's taken in. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
1st down, Cleveland.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking deep here for Tillman. And complete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd down and 3 coming up.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Watson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a gain of 7.
1st down, Browns.
From the shotgun, here's Watson. Loading up, launching downfield. And the Bears are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bears as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.